So the right has spent the last few days freaking out about the fact that Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has taken a vacation during the winter with her boyfriend to Florida. Now, the fact that she's on vacation, the fact that she has gone to Florida, that has got them incensed, and we can talk about that. But they've also narrowed in on a particular issue that they have. So Steve Cortez tweeted, if leftists like AOC actually thought mandates and masking worked, they wouldn't be frolicking in free Florida. By the way, Florida is like riddled with COVID right now. But anyway, apparently it's free according to him. Also, her guy is showing his gross pale male feet in public with hideous sandals. And he attached a photo and circled a man's foot in a photo as a criticism of a congresswoman. That is a literal thing. Steve Cortez was a commentator on Newsmax. He was an advisor to Donald Trump. Like, this is one of their guys. And that is the criticism he decided to make. Well, AOC decided to respond, and we can have a debate about whether she should have. We already have internally in our production team, but she said, if Republicans are mad they can't date me, they can just say that instead of projecting their sexual frustrations onto my boyfriend's feet. You creepy weirdos, which is my favorite part at the end of that there. Very like Kristen Bell. Anyway, it's starting to get old ignoring the very obvious, strange, and deranged sexual frustrations that underpin the Republican fixation on me, women, and LGBT plus people in general. These people clearly need therapy, won't do it, and use their politics as their outlet instead. It's really weird. And she closed by saying, the fact that these people are so creepy and weird, yet they are the ones responsible for shaping news headlines we all see in media should be really concerning. I don't even want to know what knuckle-dragging thoughts these people have all day while covering women in politics. So what did you think of the response? Do you think that she should have responded at all?
Well, I definitely think she should have responded. I think that AOC has shown that clapbacks we live in a time of clapbacks, and she does them well. And they gain her popularity, and I think it's good. And I also think that it's good to name the sexism. We all know the obsession with AOC is very much tinged with this bizarre, like, no, why won't you date me? And so just name it, put it out there, and I think it can neutralize it. Obviously, it's ridiculous for this dude to like talk about her boyfriend's feet, and also what a good partner she is for being like sticking up essentially for her boyfriend and being like, hell yeah, that's my man's feet. Yes, they are big. Say something. But I just want to.
Okay.
Anyway. I do, which is what my response would have been, which is why I will never be a politician.
Yeah, probably. And also, look, I think personally, I don't generally wear sandals, but like if your issue is gonna be with him wearing sandals, like you can barely see his feet. It's such a weird thing for him to have focused on. How much work do you like? I could look at that photo for a solid minute and not even realize he's wearing sandals. You can barely tell, but Steve Cortez, man, he instantly Sharpied it. Highlighter, I can't see past the feet. Anyway, look, I'm really of two minds. I think, I respect her enough that I don't want her to have to respond to things like this, but she gets to, and expecting that she should always be above it when her opponents constantly aren't seems like an unfair standard. I don't know. It's complicated, but I definitely think that a lot, like she's getting attacked for this defense of herself, which I think is totally unfair, because indisputably the criticism of her is at the very least tinged, as you said, with sexism. But that the right-wing guys, like she is not being unfair in pointing out that their sexual frustrations are coloring this, because I think it's fairly clear and has been for a long time that is the case. They just don't like it being pointed out.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.